guys.
Welcome back. This is episode 004, part 2. Okay? So, last episode we talked so much about cheating. Most of it was just cheating. So, we didn't really get to talk about what constitutes as cheating. Or
different levels to cheating, the toxic traits in a relationship, and things like that. So, we're going to dabble in that tonight for y'all. Okay.
So,
look, looking is not cheating, okay? Looking is just looking at you, but it's the secrets in the looking. Like, don't look and try to be secretive about it. Be like, hey, yo, babe, you see that?
nah, you trying to get somebody a black eye.
Oh, shit! You got knocked the f*** out!
Yo, they gonna be like, well, hold up, in the vlog, they said, nah. Don't do it.
No,
don't hate babe, none of that.
Because, look, there's no reason to get mad
I'll tell
about
you,
certain
all right,
things.
I'm gonna drop a gem right now. All right? If you see a chick, you don't say, hey, babe, look at that. You say, can you believe she's wearing that? And then
but the whole
see
time,
how that
look,
goes.
but that's the thing, ladies. We know our minds wander. So at the end of the day, if you as a woman see a fat butt.
Pull over, that ass too fat. Pull over, that ass too fat.
See a fat butt, and your man, you know it's a fat butt. You're a woman, you know it's a fat butt. You're like, dang, she got a big butt. But your man is like, oh my God, her pants are hideous. Bruh. No. We know what you're looking at. So you might as well just be honest, because that's all we want. It's honesty. Like
every relationship is different. But sometimes the best thing to do is to say nothing, because you just avoiding a whole situation.
To me, looking isn't an issue. Whatever.
Right, so let me ask you: is there levels to cheating? Is there like, because I mean, in many relationships, you have females that they man will cheat, or vice versa, where you have males that they female will cheat, and then they take them back, and a lot of people be like, oh, they dumb, da 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 da. How you feel about all that? Like,
I feel like everybody on the outside is not their business. If you go through where your significant other is cheating or whatever, or has cheated on you, y'all can work it out, because at the end of the day, that's just your business. Like, you kind of messed up, like, a lot of times, right? So it's like you stay because you know that you guys have something together. It's called working on it. It's called working it out. It's nobody else's business but the two people in that relationship.
Back in the day, they didn't have social media. They didn't have distractions that are now.
No, they had the milkman. What you mean?
Yeah,
they gossip.
He was a distraction. The milkman was a distraction.
He was a distraction.
Cheating within itself is a form of disrespect. Fact?
It is very disrespectful, yes.
So now, I feel like there's levels of cheating. So when you have them certain couples that just, they take their partner back or whatever, there's levels to cheating. Like, if someone shot somebody a text, right? Mm-hmm. And it wasn't that big of a deal, like, that's okay. Compare that to your partner sleeping with someone else. What's worse? What's more liable to have a forgiveness factor? You know what I mean?
I got the answer.
Let me hear it.
So boom.
I got the answer.
First of all, texting someone, wrong. Because at the end of the day, y'all both know where it can lead to. Because some people, some women, and some men are very persistent. So for those of you who refuse to give up, y'all here making yourself look very, very foolish, because it ain't gonna happen, Captain.
It ain't gonna happen, Captain.
I mean, I think there are certain things that are forgivable, and then there's certain things that are like unforgivable.
Look, when things keep happening, if you forgive too fast, then it's gonna keep happening. If you forgive too fast, then it's gonna keep happening. So at the end of the day, trust and believe me, they're not gonna leave the person that they're with. They're not gonna leave their wife. They're not gonna leave their girlfriend. It's just not gonna happen. So let it go. If it don't apply, you must fly.
Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
If it don't apply, let it fly.
Whatever. Go away. Because you are a thorn in someone's ass.
Thorn in someone's ass.
If they're not interested in you off top, then they're not worried about it. If they're keeping you a secret, they ain't worried about it. If you posting pictures and they fussing at you about posting that picture, you're not it. So
okay, I got a question. Is too much forgiveness a remedy for a toxic relationship?
Yes, it is. 100%.
But I mean, when you're in a relationship and you working to build on something,
You're not.
Two of the main things to make relationship work is forgiveness and trust.
But after trying to forgive somebody so many times, there is no trust no more. So no matter how much you sit there and you try to act like you're okay, because someone keeps breaking your trust and keeps disrespecting you by talking to somebody or talking to multiple people, it's mad disrespectful. It's going to be only but so many times that they're going to forgive you until they're like, you know what, I'm worth way more than this. You're playing me for boo-boo the fool, and I don't trust you no more.
One of the ultimate like disrespect, aside from just sleeping with somebody, is when someone gives their heart to someone else.
Yes, because the texting and stuff, that causes emotional.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
an emotional
that's a
connection.
yes.
People sitting there freaking texting, emojis. Nah, the only person that you need to be loving is the person that you with. At the end of the day, if you cheat on somebody, then there's something that you're missing at home that you obviously y'all going to talk about it and work it out, or you're not going to talk about it and you need to move on. Oh,
you hot, you warm.
Cause
ooh, you gotta roll
if I had to go into a building right now, they check my temperature, they won't let me in.
Oh shit, you got Rona.
I do?
Yeah.
What is it?
One-on-one.
Yes,
all right, so too much forgiveness is a remedy for
a toxic
relationship. I feel like, especially speaking from our experience, we both have found ourselves to be in toxic relationships, and I think there's certain red flags that we look for that we just don't want to deal with anymore. Part of a toxic relationship could involve kids. That can be part of what causes a toxic relationship, because there's always, I don't want to leave my family, or I don't want to leave my kids, or or stuff like that. And because you have the kids that are holding a relationship together, that creates things to become toxic.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving!
Like I said before, with the broken family or the broken home, right? I come from a broken family. Like, at the end of the day, my mom and dad split up. Honestly, thank you both. It's the best thing that you could have did. Because if not, I probably would have been crazy today.
They're not crazy already?
No.
That's just it.
Psych!
Okay.
No, not crazy.
I mean, I come from a broken home too. My parents split when I was 5 years old.
Right.
But I believe some of that drove me to
Try and keep your family together.
Yeah.
Same, because I was the same exact way. I knew I wanted the family aspect of life. The family, amazing mother, which I am, don't get it wrong. When you aren't feeling good about yourself, and you don't love yourself, and you don't feel like you're getting like support from your spouse or your significant other, it's like, what am I doing here? So yeah, when I hit 30, I said, well, I'm gonna make a new plan.
In a relationship, it should always be about building, no matter how long you've been together.
Right. But if it's only one person trying to work on
I
things,
agree.
then it's you're not building with
agree.
anything.
From the outside looking in, I feel like towards the end of your relationship, you felt invisible.
What do you mean?
You felt invisible in that relationship because you become so comfortable. And this is for a lot of people in relationships. You get so comfortable as one is going to work, the other one taking care of the kids in the house. And this is
Or one's going to work and one's going to work and coming home cleaning and taking care of the kids in the house.
It happens. It happens. And I think that could be because a lot of males have this idea that men work, they take care of all the financial
Perception is everything.
Yeah, I mean, is it an old school mentality though? Because I felt like that at some point in my life. I was similar to such, where I felt like, okay, I'm gonna work. You stay home. You take care of the kids, and the money's gonna be flowing in. You don't have to worry about nothing. I guess that's a man type of feeling, no?
Was the money flowing in?
The money was always flowing in, and I felt.
But at the end of the day, but that's where men get it. That's where men get it twisted. This is a different day and age. Women, we don't like to just stay at home. Like, we're more than our kids.
That's definitely.
I stayed home literally out of the entire time that I've had children. I stayed home with my daughter, and it was like, okay, I was like, all right, whatever, I won't work, and I tried it. Before I even came off of maternity leave, I knew I needed another job because I could not stay home all day long. It was not going to work for me. At the end of the day, if I'm staying home all day long without a job, I need to be getting married to Bill Gates because I'm going shopping all day.
There's a lot of things that build up to relationships, good relationships, great relationships that has had many good times, and they fall into being toxic because of what? Being too comfortable.
You get too content and you forget what brought you together in the first place. And then especially like you were saying, like when you have kids, you're not so worried about
the relationship
that you have with your significant other. Like at first it's all cute and it's all, oh, I love you so much, and it's just you two. But then when you start having kids, you know, you're worried about your kids. Yeah, at that point, instead of a relationship, it's more of a business venture, in my opinion.
I mean, that's what I feel like. A lot of marriages become business ventures.
Right.
And so what are some things that people can do, or what something that you can do in your current relationship that'll help avoid that relationship turning into a toxic one?
In my opinion, the difference I noticed off top was you actually have to be in love with the person that you're with. Like,
but I mean, everybody initially.
No, you.
I mean,
you
I want to say that it's love. Some people fall in lust. You know, like they be like, "Damn, she bad."
But then they notice after, like, you fall in lust with somebody. You notice after a little bit.
So what's some advice you would give anybody? Okay, so I always tell, if there's any advice that I can give my children after they have children and they feel like they found themselves in a toxic relationship, I say walk away.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Find the best and the fastest. I mean, it's a bit contradicting for myself because I'm like totally like, oh, fight for your family, fight for your family, fight for your family. But I believe there comes a point where you have to stop fighting.
There's no more fighting you.
Yeah, you have to stop fighting.
At this point, you're stressing yourself out. You're making yourself sick. For what?
So my advice would be, yo, take a break.
Do whatever makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. Sometimes you do have to make yourself happy, and that does not mean in the sense of going out and screwing a bunch of people. That means in the sense of do what you used to love to do. Do what you used to love to do. Like when you have kids, and especially as a mother, like you have these kids, people have these ideas about women when they have children. Like, oh, a mother is supposed to do this, and she's supposed to do this, and she's supposed to do that. After so many years of doing that, you forget who you are. But at the end of the day, girl, go in that bathroom, dress yourself up, tell your man, look, you gotta stay home with the kids for a little bit because you have to know who you are. Like, if you like to do painting, like once I figured myself out a little bit, I was back into my painting, tried my little photography a little bit, but it was relaxing for me. Do things that makes you relax. Do things that get you in touch with yourself, because like I said, if you can't love yourself, then you can't love nobody else. If you can't love yourself, then you can't love nobody else. If you can't take care of yourself well, you can't take care of your kids well. You can't be worried about your family all the time. You have to worry about you, because who's going to worry about you?
I agree wholeheartedly. I think that when women have kids, you know, right after having a baby, you're into breastfeeding, you're noticing the changes in your body. When women give birth, the ideal thing is that they stay home and take care of the baby until they're X amount of months, whatever somebody's comfortable with, right?
Right.
In that time frame is when I think most women lose who they actually are and try to re-identify themselves with the fact that they are now mothers. It's a lot of like mental health things that are involved in being in a relationship for X amount of time. Now you're a mother, and from being a mother, you probably want to be a wife, and so now it's like a whole snowball effect of emotions and things that's going on in your head, and I believe it's very easy to lose yourself or who you were because you feel like you have to reinvent yourself.
Right. The toxic traits in a relationship can sometimes stem right from the beginning. If you're like the type of person who's like me, and if somebody tells you that you can't do something or that you won't do something, you go mad hard in the paint to do it just to prove them wrong. Sometimes that situation in the relationship can happen right at the beginning, because sometimes you're not always married before you have a baby. So you end up pregnant and you're like, okay, I'm going to keep the baby, but I don't want to be a statistic. So now you got to marry me. And then boom, y'all get married, but now you're stuck in this relationship and you're like, okay, I'm going to make it work because this is my family,
it's a couple grand to get divorced.
Right. Just think about that. Sometimes you don't realize certain things until you get older. So it was like, I didn't know what like actual love felt like. I understood like the idea of what love was and what I wanted from a relationship. But once you're in that relationship and you're trying so hard to work towards that and make your relationship work that way, but the other person is not working on that, or y'all aren't on the same page, they don't want to do counseling because that ain't nobody's business, whatever, then it's not going to work.
I think that's another man trait.
That's
But it could be some women trait too, because like a lot of women like to be private, but a lot of men find it difficult to open up.
Yeah, but with
talk.
women, once you actually get, okay, with women, the hardest part is going to talk to somebody. Once you get in there, oh, we don't shut up.
I believe that.
You're like hours up. What? Hours up? But with men don't even want to go. It's almost like you gotta trick them, and they're like, oh, where am I at? We had a counselor.
Got it.
Like, men don't want to go. Men don't want to go to a doctor. Men don't want to go to a shrink. They don't want to go talk about their problems because, and then I think with a lot of men too, they think it's automatically going to be biased. Men always think, from my perspective, I don't know. Men always think that like the doctor is going to automatically be on the woman's side. So, what do you think about that?
In the sense of counseling,
Yeah.
I think men might. I don't know. I can't really say it's men or women. It all depends on the person. It's not easy for anybody to open up to anybody just like that, especially a stranger. But I think it is a benefit. Like once a couple or anybody goes to a counseling, and where the counselor is not somebody that could go and run and tell somebody's friends, or then that's what makes it comfortable.
Right.
I did therapy before, and the only reason I was comfortable was because I knew that he couldn't tell nobody anything I was saying,
Right.
and I was telling him everything. You know what I mean? Like just whatever.
Right.
And I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize, that the counselor has a duty to keep whatever's discussed between that circle of people. Now, group counseling, that's another story. That's another, like, I don't think that I would be comfortable in a group.
I mean, yeah, it's like it's a group of people, but it's a group of people who's all going through the same thing as you.
Yeah,
so sometimes that helps. So
but some people worse and some people not as bad. Because I know some people leave that place like, yo, did you see that couple? Oh, my God. You know what I mean?
I guess. I don't know. But at the end of the day, yeah, like if you're in a toxic relationship and you see red flags, we shout it out at each other all the time. Red flag, fix what you're doing. Red flag.
Why don't you bring us into our sponsor?
Our sponsor
For today, our sponsor for today is
energy drinks.
V8 energy drinks. Nothing really works. I have coffee in this cup as a pregame, and I'm gonna down one of these. These are so good. I recommend everybody try them. Thank you guys for watching. We ask you guys to share this video with whoever you can. Comment. We love to hear what you guys have to say. We try to reply to everybody that comments. And if you have any ideas or topics that we can talk about, next episode is going to be on mental health. We're just going to be touching on that. If you have any subject, idea, topic, anything, we thank you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe. Until next time, peace.